Okay, welcome back to the channel. Um, I haven't done a video in a while, and today I want to talk about really what I've talked about so many times in the previous videos I've had. So now everybody knows what's been going on in the stock market because of what's going on with tariffs. Today is it's Sunday, May 4th, 2025, and I want to repeat some of the things that I've mentioned over and over and over again because a lot of people, because of what's gone on in the market the last couple of weeks or a month, has spooked a lot of people out of the market. Um, you all hear on the news all the doom and gloom stuff, but I've told you time and time again to look at this chart. This is the chart of the S&P 500. It's um, a gauge of the overall health of the stock market, the economy. And you could see this is just 32 years. What you see here is this is just 32 years of the stock market from 1993 to today. And you can see look at the right side. This is where we are today, right here, versus where we were all the way to the bottom left in 1993. Excuse me, I have a really bad cold, as you could probably tell. And what I've been telling you is to stay the course, to stay invested. When the market throws its conniption fits because of the minutia out there and the daily um, political arguments and the daily goings on in history and um, in the world, and you have to just stand back and let all this happen, let it all play out, and stay invested. Follow me here. This is 9/11, way back here. A lot of you are too young to remember 9/11, or you weren't even born yet. But it seemed like the end of the world during 9/11. Just like the last couple of years with COVID, it seemed like the end of the world. We were all going to die of this damn thing. So we might as well sell and enjoy our money, right? Well, here's COVID over here. Look at how the market just tanked. But where is it today? It's it's all the way up here. It's just a couple years later. The people who just sold here and swore off that they would never invest in the stock market ever again, they're kicking themselves now. All of these things, 9/11 down here, then the war in Afghanistan and Iraq, and then in 2008, 2009, we had the subprime mortgage mess. Now, there were people, very supposedly educated people in the financial news media, who get paid a hell of a lot of money. And even people in Wall Street who get paid a hell of a lot of money to either discuss finance in the stock market or invest people's money in the stock market. I remember there were people talking about saying things like they thought that the financial system would completely collapse and not exist. It's a crazy thing to say. And those people had the ear of millions of investors. And what do you think a lot of those investors did? When they heard some of these people on the news saying the things like that, they sold. They sold down here. Look where the market is, right? Just 15 years later, right? Or 17 years later. right? These are all corrections. The market has always had corrections. It always will. It always throws a fit when the news is dire. The news business is never going to um, put on the front page of their newspapers or the home page of their website. Today, 2.5 billion people got on a plane and landed safely to their destination. No news outlet is going to write a news article like that. Although it happens every day. And that's why. Because it happens every day. Most days people get on a plane and they get to their destination safely. But when a plane crashes, that's news. There's an old adage in the news business: if it bleeds, it leads. So, so all these corrections, these horrible corrections, like look at COVID here, right? This is a terrible correction. And here we are today. Here we are today. Right? Let me redo this. Sorry. Okay, so the S&P 500 hit a high, right, on February 17th of this year. And then all the tariff stuff came out. And all the doom and gloomers came out on the news and all over the place, politicians all over the place, right? Getting everyone worked up in a frenzy. And the stock market does what it always does. It overcorrects, it panics, and it shakes all these people out of the market. I watch a day trader on YouTube, and he was talking the other day, and he's very into long-term investing as well. As he doesn't just day trade. He's a smart kid, and he was talking about that he has a friend of his who's a wealth manager, a financial planner for high net worth individuals. Now, you would think that high net worth individuals are very smart and savvy when it comes to the stock market, right? No, they're not. They're just like everybody else, right? So he's saying that his friend got a phone call from one of his high net worth clients, and they told him to sell everything. They said, I don't want to hear anything you have to say about staying the course. Just sell everything. And you know where they called him? Right here at the bottom. So when his customer called and said, sell everything, he had to do it. He had to do it. It was their instructions. So he sold everything. Do you think they're mad at themselves now? So we've corrected 22% or something, 21%, and now we've made back 8. Where do you think all this is going to be in 5 years from now? It's going to be a little hiccup in the grand scheme of this chart of the market. So you have to ignore the news. Remember, you have to remember this. Negative news sells best. So I will read it with appropriate skepticism. I learned that from Louis Rukeyser. And if you go back to my video on the 2 men who changed my life, one of them was Louis Rukeyser. Negative news sells best, so I will read it with appropriate skepticism. You have to be a major skeptic. There's so much competition out there for your your eyes and your ears. Cable news, websites, they're all trying to get you to click and watch to make money, right? So that they have great ratings and subscribers so that they get ad revenue. So they're all competing with each other to be the biggest doom and gloomer possible. And it hurts people who fall for it. You think they're selling? They're not selling. People in the financial industry who are writing these horrible articles with these big, ferocious looking bears. Oh, we're in a bear market. Let's put the let's put our ferocious looking bear on the front page of our website. It's all over, right? It's all over. Pack it up. 200 and plus years of the stock market. It's over now. Why? Because the president is talking about tariffs, and we're in a tariff war now. So what? It's all going to get resolved. It's not the end of the world. If COVID was not the end of the world, right? If COVID was not the end of the world, then this is not going to be the end of the world, right? Here, COVID, look at it. Look at that. If that's not the end of the world, that wasn't the end of the world. It was just 4 years ago. Then tariffs is not going to be the end of the world, right? If the subprime mortgage debacle back here was not the end of the world, then tariffs is not going to be the end of the world. If war in the Middle East is not the end of the world, it wasn't, then tariffs is not going to be the end of the world today. If 9/11 was not the end of the world, if World War II, World War II was not the end of the world, we can't even go back that far. If World War II was not the end of the world, well, certainly a little fight over tariffs between nations, it's not going to be the end of the world. So I hope you weren't one of those suckers who sold. Because if you were, I was in here buying. Down here again. COVID, I was buying down here. Over and over, just religiously reinvesting dividends, putting more money in the market when the market throws a conniption fit. I was buying your shares when you were selling down here. And now I'm up here and you're completely out of the market. I hope that's not you. I hope that's not you. You have to look at this chart. Print this chart out. You know? Print this chart out. With this, what do you need to see to get you to understand the power of investing in the stock market and not selling when the market tanks, when the market panics? Print this chart out. Put it in a frame. And when someone tries to scare you out of the market, show them this. And say, why? Why should I sell? Because it's the end of the world? It's not the end of the world. I'll let you know when it's the end of the world. All right? You come to this channel. I'll tell you when it's the end of the world. All right? So I'm hoping some of you who tuned into this channel early, right, and have seen my videos, that you did not get shaken out of the market, that you're not scared. We're going to be at new highs one day. When? I have no idea. We are going to be at new highs. And the people who sold again at the low because of a panic, that's no way to get wealthy. That's no way to get wealthy. So I'm asking you now, take a screenshot of this. Make I don't know, a 2 foot by 3 foot photo. Put it in a frame and put it somewhere in your house where you see it every day. Don't you get shaken out of the market. Don't you let the people in the financial news business or some politician scare you, right? Scare you out so that you sell and drive the market down, and then they go in and buy and get rich, right? Don't you let them do that to you, all right? Stay the course, reinvest dividends, put 15% of your income in the market every time you get paid. All right, go watch my other videos. I show everyone how to do that. All right, I have a 7 video series for beginners investing in the stock market. Get in there. Make your money work harder than you. You can become wealthy. You don't need to make a lot of money to become wealthy in this country. Go watch my videos. I explain it all. All right. I'll see you in the next video. Go make money.